Sometimes that can just really make you mad and more determined the next time out.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Logo.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Ready?
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check 9. Check 9. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 69 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Slam, slam, slam. Check 99.
Rock it.
Check.
Now Saquon Barkley. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. This is how they'll line up on the defensive side for Buffalo. And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Hey, come on.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Now Mayfield. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Check 26, check 26. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Whip.
Hey.
Watch the whip.
Let go.
A first down carry for Barkley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Faster.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 95 yards, and a score.
And that's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff, they did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in the end zone at least 10 times. And that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
On third down, Barkley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Yes. Flipper.
Watch twist.
Hey.
Motion. Bumps up the helmet.
Get it.
Saquon Barkley running right. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now.
At their 49-yard line.
Motion. Mike 5.
Look at me. Zipper.
Here we go.
Go.
Check 5. Watch 5. I hope you brought your lunch, because I'm about to take you to school.
Big grip.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Hey, Sam off.
You got tight right there. Begin.
Go.
Tighten up.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Topper.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 37. Check 37. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Yep.
Now they try the right side here. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Check the backer. Check. Lucky.
Hey.
Here's Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
You got it.
A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Charlie. Go.
Here comes to me. It's me.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And this one is right through. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. To throw, Mayfield gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 49, check 49, check 49. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double
Go
up.
out.
Check.
Now.
Check motion, 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 motion. Hey, Mike 51.
Let's go.
Another try for Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal.
Kill. Slip.
Bam. Look at me. Zipper. Hit it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Go.
What do you want? Hatchet.
Check. Get it.
On the run, it's Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Look at me. Go.
On second down, Barkley. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
The tackle made.
64, weak.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Check girls, check.
Yo, go.
Deuce. Check, crunch. Alert flash.
Ready.
On third down, Barkley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Hey, let's go. Get checked.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
61, matchbox lights.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. It's a party now.
Now.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Hey, check the hallway. Check 43.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike. Watch out.
Recon, 132 fighter.
He gives it up. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps it moving forward.
Check three. Switch. Check four. Shoot.
Leo. Yep.
He's coming, double up.
Go.
On second down now, Barkley. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it again with Barkley. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Say. Sponge. No.
Hey, lock it.
Check.
Hey.
Check safety. Hey, 58. Let's go.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. Back now in Miami, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On third down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to go down again. Montez Sweat. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
15, 59.
Wide, get wide. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Slam.
Ready?
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
51 the mic, boys, 51. Watch the pass.
X3, 218, chop.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick here is good. And the lead opens up now 21-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely.
And the pressure gets to him again. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Sliding up, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
In your face.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left, and this is caught inside the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Check 31, check 31. Kill. No.
Hard. Back, go.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He'll get it up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Here I come.
Yeah.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get... And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. One last shot from Mayfield here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Miami, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.